What's going on, y'all? It's Malcolm, and welcome to the Loung'n Out podcast. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're a returning lounger, I'm excited to have you here. For our new listeners, Loung'n Out is a podcast where we dive into a variety of topics that I find fascinating. From video games, fragrances, movies, shows, to comics, all along the way, we'll have engaging discussions and entertaining conversations. And for my returning loungers, welcome back. Your support really does mean the world to me, and I appreciate you pulling up. Whether you're new or returning, I do encourage you to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode. Whether you decided to hit that follow button before we begin, in the middle of an episode that catches your interest, or after you listen to what you feel is a fire episode, your support is truly appreciated. Let's keep the conversations going and the community growing. #bars. Thank you for being a part of the Lounge crew. Peace. What's going on, y'all? It's Malcolm, and welcome to Loung'n Out. Hope y'all like that intro that I just had for the podcast. And yeah, I really want to try to start at least having an intro. Maybe not that extensive. I'll probably have that for a little bit. So once I reel into more people, or once people get more familiar with the podcast, I don't have to have something as long, to fill people in and whatnot. So I will come up with something a little bit shorter, but as of right now, I'm just going to let that one ride, all right? But with that said, I'm doing another video format. I know I said last time that I was going to start doing that, but now I'm serious about making that a thing from here on out as far as like this video format when it comes to my podcast, because I feel like it does make it a little bit more relatable whenever you can see the person, whenever they're talking about whatever situation, and I think it helps to see their expression and all that good stuff. So, so really I'm going to try to make sure that I make it a point to make it a video format, so to speak. All right. So with all that out of the way, I'd like to talk about today's episode. So I'm sure you saw the title, which is basically Father's Day reflection, Daughter's Day out, and insights for aspiring dads. So today is Father's Day, if y'all aren't aware, which I don't see why you wouldn't be aware, but I just for some reason felt like I had to say that. But it is what it is. You say crazy things when you're in front of the camera and behind the mic. You know what I mean? But yeah, just wanted to talk about Father's Day, man. Been a father for 5 years now, and it's definitely had its ups and downs. I'm not going to say that it's been, peaches and cream. Not going to peaches and cream. What the fuck? I'm not going to say that it's been sunshine and rainbows, you know what I mean? Unicorns, like just riding over the rainbows and shit like that, because, my daughter, she loves you. Well, I don't know if she loves unicorns so much, but I think if she had an option between rainbows and unicorns and fairies and whatever the fuck, she would choose unicorn. So I think at this point it's just, what's cuter to her, I guess, if that makes any sense. But yeah, not that I say it's been terrible, but with having my daughter, she's strong-willed. I mean, honestly, unlike any other child I've ever met, like when she says no, she means no. Like it's as a parent, it's definitely trying. And let me turn off the notification if I can do that, I guess. Yeah, all right. Hopefully that works. But yeah, she definitely means no whenever she says it. So I really got to double down on, whether I'm trying to discipline her or tell her that, she needs to pick up her toys, and she's like, no. I'm like, don't tell me no, pick up your toys. And it's a battle. And then on the other side, it's her being the sweetest individual, human being, daughter, what have you, she can be. She really is. I mean, it's really night and day. I call her my little Sour Patch Kid because she really is sweet, and then she's sour. And when I say she's sour, I don't know if you've seen any of those videos of those dudes that like, okay, this is the most sour candy. One dude said like, what is it? The world's the most sour world's candy or something like that. It's just kind of like it flipped my brain for a second. But yeah, she can be extremely sour, and people, whenever we're out in public, for the most part, or when she's out at school and shit like that, she can be on her best behavior. And so that's the side of her they see. But then, when she's at home and she really wants something, or she doesn't really want to do anything, or she wants to continue watching TV whenever it's time to turn it off and for her to go to bed, it's a completely different story. You know what I mean? But I will say that when I said all that, I will say this when I said all that, my bad. It's worth it, man. It's worth it. I'm telling you, like, again, she can make you melt, dude. Especially, again, whenever she's being extremely sweet, she can make you melt. Just the stuff that she says, I think it was a year or two ago. I can't remember when, but I remember I was buckling her into her car seat, and she just said, "Daddy, you're my superhero." And I almost like folded right then and there. I'm like, I gotta get you buckled up, girl, so we can get up out of here, okay? She got me, man. She be hitting me with those, man. I was talking to my buddy at work the other day while we're sitting at lunch. Tyrone, man, freaking, I was saying, what did she say? Oh yeah, because I was gonna start cooking dinner. I had gotten off work, and sometimes when I get off work, when it's been like a long day, but I know I want to cook dinner, I was making chili dogs, and so I was going to cut up the onions and all this other stuff, whatnot, because I like to have onions on my chili dogs. So I'm going to shred the cheese because I like shredded cheese. It's better. And the only thing, I wasn't going to make my own chili. If I would have had more time, I would have made my own chili. But I even had brioche buns, hot dog buns for the chili dogs, man. And we had Doritos, and I forget what the other side was. I think I made salad. I don't know. I always like to have something green or some kind of fruits. But I know I'm getting off track, but I just wanted to point that out. I like to paint the picture. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was going to cut up some onions because I had some leftover red onions from the dinner previously, the dinner prior previously, whatever, I don't know. And so I got up and I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna throw on my headphones because I got some new headphones that they're amazing. And so when I get new headphones, I want to like listen to everything. I want to listen to podcasts. I want to listen to different songs by different artists and different genres, just so I can see how it sounds through those headphones. And so I'm going to throw those headphones on and then, just vibe out while I'm cutting up the onions, shredding up the cheese, and doing all the stuff that I was going to be doing in the kitchen. And so whenever I told my wife that I'm going to do that, my daughter, she was in the dining room. She was doing whatever she was doing. She was playing, the dining room table is her play table, basically, And so she heard that and she hopped up from the dining room table and she ran into the living room. She's like, I'm going to get my headphones too, Daddy. And so I was like, no. I'm going to, just be zoning out. I'm not going to be able to like hear anything anybody's saying. I want to, focus on this and that and whatever. She's like, come on, Daddy, I want to wear my headphones too. I'm like, come, baby, please. Look, I don't know how to, make it to where we can both listen to the same thing with two different headphones. All right. She's like, Daddy, I just want to be like you. And I'm like, she's like, damn it. Like, why you be saying stuff like that? You tearing me up, girl. You're tearing me up. She got me. And so I folded, and I gave her headphones, and I went without mine so that like she can have my phone. And she's onto, I don't want to say it's a My Hero Academia kick, but she knows like from like up to season 3, she knows majority of the characters. When I say like majority of the characters, I want to say she knows like 90% of the characters, maybe even 95. Like I'm talking about the right pronunciation of their names and everything. Like I'll mispronounce their names and she'll correct me, like no problem. Like, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? She knows Icy Hot Todoroki, she knows Kanchan, which his name is Bakugo. She knows, Izuku Midoriya, Deku. She knows all of their names. She's infatuated with the show. It's a good show. Don't get me wrong. But we just happen to be stuck in this, from season 1 to season 3 rut. We can't progress past season 3 because and the crazy thing is she's stuck on Deku being his vigilante Deku phase. And the crazy thing is we've never watched that. Her cousins came in town about a month ago, and they filled her in on Deku being a vigilante, and she just went crazy with it. And so now everything is Vigilante Deku, Vigilante Deku. Can I see Vigilante Deku on your phone? And then she wants to see other characters in like Vigilante form. And I'm like, I don't know if they're Vigilantes, baby. We haven't really gotten to that point to see if it's just Deku or anybody else's, But then, like, I guess some fans have made their own, versions of the characters, that she actually wanted to see. So if it's, if she wanted to see Bakugo as a vigilante, somebody has drawn up Bakugo as a vigilante. So luckily that worked out for her. All right. But yeah, she's just really into My Hero. So when I gave her headphones and my phone, she just likes to listen to the intro music and the outro music. There's Odd Future. I don't know if you're familiar with that song from the soundtrack. It's on, I think, season 3, maybe, part of the intro. But yeah, she loves that song. If we're in a car and we're going anywhere, she's like, "Can you play Odd Future?" And she has to have my phone so she can look at the video. And there's some cosplay. There's a group of cosplay girls who are on YouTube that she likes to watch, and she likes to watch everything involving My Hero except actually watching My Hero. She's just, I don't know, she just likes the whole fantasy aspect of it that people can have when it comes to, paying homage to the show, basically. So, I mean, I don't hate it. I like, that she likes that stuff, but I would like to be able to sit down with her and watch more of the show so she can see, the different arcs of the different characters that she's, infatuated with, because she likes Todoroki, she likes Bakugo, she loves Bakugo. She had a, I want to say crush on Deku, but she really liked Deku, but she started to shift towards Bakugo. I don't know if you know who Bakugo is. He's kind of a, I don't say kind of a jerk to everyone, but mainly Deku. But yeah, he has explosive powers. His sweat excretes like nitrogen glycerin. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it makes his sweat explosive, and so he can use that to create explosives, basically. And so he, with his explosive power, he has an explosive personality. So I don't know why she. I mean, I guess he's a bad boy, so women just like bad boys. I guess I don't. God dang, I just went on a tangent. I did, but just all that to say that's just what it's like being a father to a little girl. You know what I mean? It's just. I can talk about it all day, but I'm going to try to like condense it down to an hour. All right. But yeah, man, it is a roller coaster. It is roller coaster. And just, it's so cool because when I get off work, she could just be all over me, man. Like, she'll be all over me. I'll see her in the morning before we go to work. I'll give her my hugs and kisses, tell her to be good. Have a good day and all that stuff. And sometimes she's just not feeling it. Sometimes, like in the morning, it's very seldom though. Sometimes in the morning, whenever she wakes up, I'm the ops, man. I'm not who she wants to see at that point. And then on other mornings, I'm cool. Everything's great. You know what I'm saying? We're having a great morning and stuff like that. But then whenever I get home, man, she does this thing where she has to like hold on to my arm while she's asking me questions. It's like, "Daddy, did you this, that, and the other?" And then sometimes she has to put her lips on my arm like that. I don't know if it's like a sensory thing or something like that, which I mean, I'm guessing that's what it is, but she just has to do that. And she'll be all over me. And it's kind of like if we're sitting on the couch, she'll be just kind of just tucked. She's not cuddling, but she's tucked under me. And and it's cool because in those moments, we're connecting, we're like the same person, and I love just like her talking, to me, and us just relating, she's so funny too. She's so smart. The other day we were at Kroger and I took her to the doctor because she wasn't feeling well. And so they got her a prescription for some, what do you call that? Shoot, is it penicillin? No, not penicillin. She has strep. She had strep. So whatever medicine you get whenever you have strep, like the pink fluid medicine, and it was going to take an hour for them to fill up that prescription. And so I had some McDonald's points. I got her some McDonald's with the free points. I got her some free McDonald's with the points, and we pulled into the Kroger parking lot to wait until the prescription was ready, which I ended up going into Kroger and actually grocery shopping, which I made a list for a few things, but then I ended up getting a lot more things because Kroger has, like, you know, every so often they'll have their sale on their Bluebell ice cream, which I'm a sucker for, and they finally got the banana pudding flavor back. Yeah, banana pudding. I'm telling you, if you like banana pudding and you like ice cream, go check that shit out right now. Turn this podcast. Well, actually, you should, continue to play it in your car on your way to Kroger, and then go pick up the banana pudding ice cream because it actually has bits and pieces of banana as well as the vanilla wafers in that bitch. And shit. Shit is good. Shit is real good. Like, seriously, like it is a treat. It's one of those things that's worth waiting for like a whole year to have once it's back in stock. Like my wife's grandma's Chex Mix, which I can probably make it, but it's a special thing that she makes it only on Christmas. So I wait until Christmas to have the Chex Mix, and she makes it like the big gallon bags, like the Ziploc bags. She makes like at least 6 bags, and everybody gets sent home a bag of that shit. And for an entire like holiday season, I'm snacking on the most delicious Chex Mix. I am not even joking, man. It's so much so that I just want to take it, just keep the bag with me, and like, here, get a handful of that. Try that. What you think about that? And just get people hooked. You know what I mean? Because it's that good. For real. It is really that good. But anyways, yeah. So we're in a parking lot in Kroger, and she's eating her McDonald's, and then she's like, "Oh, Kroger is having donuts for $5." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "That sign, it says Kroger's is having they're having donuts for $5." I'm like, how would you know that it says that? And I look over her freaking like banner just right in front of, like, not, it's like next to the doors, a banner that has the $5 right there, and it's talking about that Friday you get a dozen of donuts for $5. And I look back at her, I'm like, how the hell did you read that? I really do feel like we underestimate kids. We underestimate kids and their capacity to know exactly what they know. They learn. They're sponges. They're soaking up everything, and we just don't know exactly everything that they've learned, they've soaked up, they've absorbed. You know what I mean? And so when they start spitting all that stuff out, I think that's when they catch us off guard with that stuff. You know what I mean? And so it just really caught me off guard. Just reading the sign stating that Kroger has $5 donuts. Which I know she probably saw the $5 and a money symbol, and then saw the donuts because they had little pictures of the donuts on there. But still, her like ability to put 2 and 2 together is, I don't say impeccable, but damn near. I really think she has like close to a photogenic memory. Is it photogenic or photographic memory? I think it's a photographic memory. My bad. I think if you're photogenic, then you take good pictures, right? Sorry, I'm not the brightest color in the crayon box, all right? Sorry. All right, but no, for real, she never ceases to impress me. She never ceases to amaze me. And, it's just, again, whenever we're having those moments while we're just sitting there on the couch together, and I'm seeing myself, but just through this beautiful person that she is, and it's just, you take that time, in the same time that you're talking to them, you're having that conversation, you just can't help but to like admire who they are. It's just like you're really seeing them through these like rose tinted glasses, man, because you're seeing the amazing person that they are, and that the your mind starts going down this rabbit hole of the person that they can become. And I just watch her, the way she acts with her friends and her cousin who's the same age. And she really she does well with a lot of people. She's nervous when it comes to a lot of adults because, it's intimidating because, for a small child to be, looking up to a huge adult, you know what I mean? It can be intimidating. And when that happens, I do see myself in her, and I guess empathize with her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to try to pressure her into feeling like she has to say hi to whatever adult, even though I wanted to be able to be a little bit more open, but it is what it is. It is who she is, you know what I mean? But because, that's how I was whenever I was her age. I was shy McGee, I was Shia LaBeouf, basically. Hold on, let me do this.
Grits?
Yeah, I had to do that. Yeah. Oh man, no, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something else. I was gonna quote Kanye West, but I'm not gonna do that. All right. But no, for sure, man. She really loves her dad, and that always just takes me aback, dude. Just to see how much she loves me, and even for her to say just how much she loves you, it's just really it, but it really always just hits you differently, or greater or more. It's more impactful the more they say it. She can say it today, and then it'll be stronger, it'll hit me stronger tomorrow whenever she says it. You know what I mean? Because it'll be something else that she'll do or we'll be doing together. And I guess it's just another realization that she has, like, I really love this dude. You know what I mean? And we say it, back and forth to one another. I'll tell her that I love her on multiple occasions. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So it's just something that I really do appreciate when it comes to having a child, and really just a little girl. And I love the fact that I can geek out with her too. I do. I love that fact that I can geek out with this little girl. And, she asked me the other day, I'm almost kind of getting choked up right now. Cause when I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's just like, God dang, man, it's really like that. It's really like that. But not for real, man. Cause it might've been yesterday or the day after or day before that, but she wanted me to come and watch Batman with her. I'm like, you want me to come watch Batman with you? That really, like, that meant a lot with me. That meant a lot to me. I told you I'm not the brightest color in a freaking crayon box, man. Shit. Man, I'm one of those broken crayon that, kind of, they get that smell after they get so old. That's me. But no, for real, man. She's just, man. And she just, I don't know, just really does. She knows how to make my day, to say the least. She really knows how to make her daddy's day. And she definitely is daddy's girl. And she does love hanging out with me, and I love hanging out with her. And the crazy thing is that, again, I don't want to say a low point, but, when we can be too much alike, that's when we start to butt heads, and that's when, start to, challenge one another. But, man, it's just nice to have, like, a little beautiful shadow that she is, because, hey, I don't know. It's just something that it's just hard to explain, but, I'm doing my best I can to explain what it's like to have a little girl. And honestly, just like, it's not even for Father's Day, it's not even wanting to have like this big elaborate day plan. You know what I mean? It's just really just appreciating just spending time with her, and I'm not just saying that just to say that because I'm on camera or anything like that. I really thoroughly enjoy spending time with my little girl. I really do. You know what I mean? And I really wanted her to like all the same things that I wanted to. And I don't really think that I pressed for her to like any of that stuff. I think she just gravitated towards it. Again, she really is like a little mini me. Like, she really is, man. It's crazy. It's like copy and paste. You know what I mean? Just give her like a beautiful smile and just, it's hard to tell her no. It really is hard to tell her no. When I have to tell her no, I don't want to tell her no. I just want to, when she wants a lot of candy, I want to give her all the fucking candy. I want to, like, here, just take it all. Look, let's go to the store. We can get more. You can have all that candy. But I can't do that. I got to be the parent, and I got to fucking, like, look, we got to, set some boundaries when it comes to this candy. You know what I mean? And then when she goes to bed, I go ahead and dip into the candy myself because I have a sweet tooth, and I'm pretty sure that's where she gets it from, right? Hence why I was talking about the fucking banana pudding ice cream earlier. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, for real, man. She really has changed me for the best. And don't get me wrong, my temper and my patience can still be, short fused, but I will say that on other days, I'm much more patient. I'm much more understanding and compassionate, and it forces you to be what they need you to be. Like, I've heard that kids need, let's see, I'm trying to remember how it went. You end up being a parent for your kid that you needed when growing up as a kid. So I'm wondering if that's who I'm being for her. I don't know, but all I'm doing is just my best. I'm trying, and I don't want to say like I'm trying hard to be a good parent, because I am just being a parent. I'm doing what I feel is natural for me to take care of her, and on our days, I'm not even gonna lie. We are lazy as fuck, because I work donut shifts, and that means I work Monday, Tuesday, and I have Wednesday off, and then I work Thursday and Friday and have the weekends off. So having Wednesdays off, it's like the little hole in the middle, which is why they call it donut shifts, which I think is the best shift to have at Amazon, in my personal opinion. But on those Wednesdays, she doesn't go to school because she goes to daycare where my wife works. And so that's reassuring that my wife is there to keep an eye on her, as well as my sisters. My sister works there as well. And my sister's kid, my nephew, he goes there as well. So it's nice that she's able to have that going to the daycare day in and day out, with growing up with her cousin, growing up with my sister there present, as well as my wife there. You know what I mean? That's reassuring, and I love that. I love that. You know what I mean? But on Wednesdays, she doesn't go. Since I'm off on Wednesdays, we hang out. And when I say we hang out, I mean we veg out. We just don't do shit. But this Wednesday, we did hang out outside for a couple of hours, really. Had some lawn chairs out there, and she played, and I helped her play doctor, you know what I mean? And she, who was I? I was a character. I was a certain character. Oh yeah, I mean, it was characters from My Hero. And, I was Bakugo, and I ate too much candy and my stomach hurt. And so she had these little scissors, these little plastic scissors, where she was going to like cut whatever out of my stomach, and then then she was gonna like scald me and make sure that I didn't eat any more candy so my stomach wouldn't hurt. And she actually had some healthier candy for me to eat so that like I wouldn't get a stomach ache anymore. So, and it was really nice because it was really nice outside, and I had my lawn chair, and we have this huge tree in the backyard, and so it was casting a nice shade where we were sitting, and we were just hanging out, man. And honestly, we didn't do much, but that was a lot. You know what I mean? That was what we both needed for that day, was just to hang out and enjoy each other. And I will say here lately, when it comes to her taking a nap, because she still takes a nap, she's been compliant. You know what I mean? It was a point in time where it was really like wrestling a bear to get them to take a nap, or get her to take a nap. It really was. It was hella frustrating, man. And I kind of feel selfish for wanting her to take a nap so I can go and, do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was like, oh man, if she doesn't take a nap, I can't go in there and play the game. I can't go in there and do this, that, or the other. And like half the time, whenever she would take a nap, I wouldn't even go in the room and play the game. I'd just fucking sit on the couch and find a different show. And sometimes, I don't know if y'all been in this position, but she'd be watching Bluey and then she'd go to sleep, but Bluey would still be on in the background, and I'd be on my phone, and something would be happening on the TV show. I'm like, crazy. And I go back to fucking around on my phone or whatever, it's crazy because I don't know. And the crazy thing is when it comes to like shows that she likes to watch or used to watch, like the shows whenever she was younger, like 1 or 2, like I miss those shows because, that's what she watched when she was 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, I just think about those times and I was like, oh man, I remember when she used to watch like Curious George and, and this one show like Steve and Maggie. It was like either this British or Australian dude. He had like this puppet crow and the crow had like magic powers and stuff like that. And she always just used to like, torment the fucking dude Steve, you know what I mean? And just all the different shows that she used to watch whenever she was, younger and stuff. I actually miss, It's just kind of like when you open up Facebook or something and they're showing you those memories of your children whenever they were, 2, 1 and 1 year old and all this other, whatever other age. And it just, it makes you feel a certain type of way. And every time I see something like Curious George here and there, say if we go to Target or something like that, and I see like a Curious George thing, book or, stuffed animal, whatever, it just makes me think about those times. And, you start to miss it. But, you then like begin to appreciate. Like I always appreciate who she is in that moment, but it's just that whole like growth, the whole growth process. Just remembering who they were at that age and just seeing who they are now, and it just I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. So. I mean, any person out there who has kids, and, I'm sure you know about it, or anybody who doesn't have kids, just want to let you know that it's a beautiful thing, and it can be scary. I mean, especially when you're expecting, you don't know what the other end is looking like. Especially if it's your first kid, you don't know what to do. Like for me, I remember the last time I actually held a baby before my daughter. And so I was just kind of like Will Ferrell, like when he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. So like, just keep them down by your side. Okay. Just, and then every so often I just, you know what I mean? So but your instincts kick in. They kick in and you know what to do. I mean, not know what to do, but you do your best. When they're crying, you got to try to figure out what they're crying about. And, you got to figure out how to console them. Like yesterday, my nephew, he was over, because my sister, she's pregnant with my niece, which is cool to say. But she's, having some, complications or whatever. So she needed to go to the hospital to get some things checked out. And so we watched our nephew while she went to the hospital, and he stayed the night, and he was missing his mom, and I didn't know what the fuck to do because I'm like, I don't, do I call her, but she's trying to rest and stuff like that, so I don't want to bother her with, I mean, not that I'm bothering her with her own kid, but but I just sat on the bed, I picked him up, I laid him down, and I just rubbed his back, and that's just telling him, it's going to be okay. Just close your eyes. And as soon as you wake up, we're going to go take you to see your mom. And I mean, I guess I lied because I didn't I didn't drop him off until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon or evening, But like I did my best to try to like calm him down and console him because I don't know if you can see, but it's a fucking fly just, what's going on? What's going on? Just flying through the fucking. Nah, but like I did my best to like try to like calm him down and reassure him that he was safe. Because I don't know if he didn't feel safe because he doesn't spend a night often. And so, I'm just like, you're safe. It's okay. Just calm down. Just close your eyes. You'll see your mom tomorrow. I promise. This, that, and the other. And I put on some like sleepy time music that I normally put on for my daughter to go to sleep. And while I'm doing that, like my daughter climbed up on the couch and then like maybe after half an hour trying to like that fly again. I'm making sure that he was, calm. Cause his eye, I don't know if when you put a kid to sleep, if you notice, like their eyes start getting heavy like that, and I'm just like, all right, it's working. But yeah, no, he was heavy blinking for a while. I'm like, bro, like go to sleep. He was doing this for a minute, dog. I'm like, God damn, like, how long can you do that for? Like, what the fuck? Bro, like, Guinness World Records type shit, man. He was just heavy blinking for a minute. It's like, I don't trust it here. I'm scared. I think it's a monster upstairs. Like, bro was not having it. And, like, every time, like, he'd fall asleep, it'd be, like, maybe a few minutes. And he'd, like, jump up. It's like, I'm not. Oh, shit. Sorry. I might have to cut that out. Yeah, he'd jump up. He'd be like, I'm not safe. I'm like, you good? You're good. You're good. You're safe. Sorry. I got my light right there. I'm like, I got to get a better stand for where to put my light. I need to get some better lights. I'm trying to figure out the lighting situation here. Sometimes I have it figured out. Other times I don't. But anyways, sorry about that. But yeah, like he finally went to sleep. But then he'd wake up, like say maybe 45 minutes later, he'd wake up because I'd be watching like a Spider-Man video. I'd be watching somebody play like the Spider-Man video game, and he'd just roll over and he'd just be watching it too. I'm like, man, get your ass to sleep. Nah, I wouldn't say ass or anything, but I'm like, hey, bro, roll over, and he'd roll over. But yeah, I said all that to say is that like, yeah, you might not know what to do, but you do what feels best to you. You know what I mean? Like you figure out like, okay, one of the things I did was that like I took some pillows and I laid it right next to him because I'm like, maybe he likes the pressure of something on him. Kind of like if he's like sleeping with his parents, I'm feeling maybe it feels like his parents are next to him. You know what I mean? So I took some pillows once he actually went to sleep and I laid it right like kind of on him a little bit so he can feel that pressure and it makes him feel a little bit more comfortable. So it's like you do things like that to try to like, just resolve the situation, or come up with a solution to resolve that problem, right? And it's just parenting, you know what I mean? Just parenting, just really just trying to do your best, just doing what you feel is best, I mean, it kind of is a guessing game, but I mean, hey, even if it doesn't work, you're trying, that's the thing, you're there, you're trying, you showed up. That's what matters at the end of the day. Years later, what have you? You know what I mean? Looking back on it, that time, like that moment, he might remember that. I don't know. He might not, but, moments like that, they might remember because you were there, right? So, I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? So, I mean, parenting is, it could be rewarding, you know what I mean? And it's dope. I mean, just to see that, even though it feels like you're winging it, you're raising a dope kid. Because I really do feel like she's a dope kid, man. She has like some style. For real. She has some style. She wore something the other day because I got her some pink and white Nike Dunks. And she had like these Nike leggings on. And I forget what shirt she had on, but man, was it fly, bro. She was dripping. She was straight up dripping. I'm not even gonna lie. If I can find a picture, I'll post it but I think I saw it on Facebook, but because a lot of the times whenever she comes home from school, she'll change clothes, because she'll be playing and whatever. She likes to paint, she likes slime, she likes all this other stuff, so she changes clothes so she doesn't get any of those clothes like messed up or anything. But for the most part, like she's rocking those dunks, bro. Like for real, like she's rocking those dunks better than I could. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean? I was actually thinking about getting the white and yellow versions of those dunks because, I want something that goes better with like blue, like navy blue and shit like that. So, and I'm a sucker for shoes anyways. My favorite, honestly, at this point, I think 95s, like Air Max 95s by Nike. I think they might be phasing out my love for the 90s. I don't know. Like I love the 90s, but I think that the 95s might be, pushing out the 90s. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I find myself whenever I'm looking for shoes, man, I got to look at the 95s first. I got to see what's popping with the 95s. Those are my shit, man. I love how, like, I don't know. I can't describe the look of them. They look, I don't know. What do you call that? I don't know. They just have like a really nice, like, I don't say bulky look to them, but like, I don't know. They go with anything to me. They really don't want to say you can't wear them like formally, but they just, I like them. I got some new ones and I think they're dope. You know what I mean? But anyways, but yeah, like she has a nice sense of fashion. My little girl, she really does, and no matter where we go, people just have to stop and say that she's the most beautiful thing that they've seen. I mean, all right, take it easy, man. Back up. I know this, all right? You ain't got to keep telling me this shit. Like, I live with her. I see her, like, 24/7, like, back up. Nah, but, no, and I do appreciate that when people do say that they think that she's, like, the most beautiful thing that they've seen, because she is. But, no, for real, she's a gorgeous little girl, man. And it's just like, goddamn, I made her. Like, she came from me? Shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Not that I really, like, okay, I'm not going to try to sound like, what do you call that, conceited when I say this. I don't think that I'm an ugly dude. I really don't, but still, like, for her and how beautiful she is, it's crazy. It really does blow my mind, man. I just, especially, you ever watch your kids sleep? You know what I mean? It sounds creepy, but like when they finally go to sleep, say I go out in the kitchen, maybe it was a battle, to get her to sleep. And then I go in the kitchen, I got to give me some refreshments, replenish all the electrolytes I lost trying to get her ass to sleep and shit. And then I come back in, I got my drink dripping all off my beard and shit. And I look at her like, she looks innocent. She looks so peaceful, just damn, like you weren't just fighting with her to go to sleep. Man, that girl, she has an effect on a lot of people. I can say that for sure. And it just blows my mind that's my little girl. It really does blow my mind. And I really do think that, like, maybe she's what I needed. I needed a little girl to help me practice a little bit more patience and, to be more compassionate and understanding and all the above. Really, I really do think that, I swear, I'm going to fucking just terminate the fuck out of this fly. It just flew by like, zoom. Sorry. Oh, my God. But yeah, like, man, it is a beautiful thing, man. And yeah, for this Father's Day, we just, again, had my nephew over, and, went out to the pool, picked up some photos from Walgreens because my wife, she was making a photo collage for her dad. It was all of his grandkids like spelling out, a sentence for him. One kid had we, and the other kid had love, and another kid had you, and all the kids were in different locations, holding the that word up, and it all spelled. Not spelled, but it all made a sentence for her dad. And so I got up on a grill, you know what I'm saying, did my thing, you know. I'm not gonna say that did I already say this? Yeah, I cooked some hamburger and hot dogs and those little what's those, a Johnsonville cheddar wurst? I missed that commercial. That was one of the best commercials ever. I was about to grits myself by doing that, but I'm not even sorry for saying that, bruh. But no, it's the jalapeno cheddar version. Which those are like, the cheese was like oozing out and it was like super juicy. Oh man, by the pool too. Oh man, damn, that was. I seasonal burgers just right too, and they were like tender. You ever had like somebody overcook the burger and it felt like you were eating like somebody's soul from their shoe? Nah, like not my burgers, bro. Not mine. They were. I'm not gonna say they were like, 100%, but they were. I would say like they're probably like 85. You know what I mean? They were good, well seasoned, tender, all that good stuff. And we all just hung out by the pool. I brought my speaker. I'm notorious for speakers, man. I have a thing for speakers. I don't know what it is, but I do, which was crazy because at my job at Amazon, we have to wear safety shoes, which is ridiculous. It's like composite toe shoes, like steel toe shoes, but they're like made of some sort of like composite material, more like it's like, I guess, plastic. If I guess is the best material I can think of to explain it. But yeah, it's to keep our toes safe, from like packages of like t-shirts and shit from falling on our toes. Because I don't know if y'all know, but that's extremely dangerous, right? I'm being sarcastic. I don't know if I really, never mind. But yeah, so Amazon gives us $110 credit each year, or either it's each year or every 6 months. I can't remember. But anyways, they give us $110 credit to buy those shoes. And so a couple of years ago, I went online to, use my credit and buy my shoes. And that entered me into a raffle to win whatever they had. They had like a Nintendo Switch. I think they had like a MacBook Pro, and they had like a TV. I want to say they had another console or something like that. And he also had a Bose speaker, and I won the Bose speaker for just signing up for my shoes. It was just crazy. And I still use that speaker to this day, and it sounds amazing. And I'm not saying it just because it's a Bose speaker. I'm not trying to be all like, brand whatever, but it does sound really good. You know what I mean? And it tells you what fucking like phone or device is connected to. It tells you the percentage of the battery and shit. Like whenever you turn it on, I'm like, damn, girl. Like it's a female voice, so like whenever you turn it on, it's like Bluetooth connected, battery at 100%, connected to Malcolm's S21 Ultra or 22 Ultra. I got a 22 Ultra. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to flex or anything. You know what I mean?
Grits?
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. But no, so it's weird that like, with me liking speakers, that's what I actually won was another speaker, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's convenient, like, or coincidence. I'm sorry. But yeah, I got off track with father. Oh yeah. We're out at the pool. I brought my speaker, blah, 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 blah. I'm notorious for speakers. All right. I brought it back. All right. But yeah, like, it was a nice day, even though it was extremely hot. It was 93 or something like that. I got too hot. I had to come inside because I was like, I had at least 4 bottles of water while I was out there, like 1 bottle every hour or something like that, maybe. And I was in front of the grill just cooking, and it wasn't that hot right then. I mean, it was hot, but I felt like once I sat down and was like, with everybody, it was starting to get hotter, and that's, once I started to get too hot, I was just like, man, I don't think I could really be out here much longer. I really think if I would have been out there much longer, I would have been like, suffering from heat exhaustion or something like that. Like, no lie, for real. It was hot. And so I had to go back inside and cool off. And then that's when my daughter and my nephew came back in, took showers, and got my nephew ready to take him back home and just, thank them for just hanging out with us. You know what I mean? Because it was actually a nice little time that I hung out, with him and my nephew, because my wife, she got offered to go to the Tim McGraw concert in Lexington with the coworker, because her coworker's husband was going to go, but he ended up booking a fishing trip instead. And so she had the free ticket and asked my wife to go with her. So, yeah, she got to go to see Tim McGraw. And I don't remember what kind of seats she got, but yeah. But yeah, she left at like 4 p.m. or 3:30, I think, and didn't get back until like midnight. But yeah, so it was just like us from like 3:30 up until midnight. Well, I mean, they were asleep before midnight. But yeah, I mean, we had a good time. They saw a commercial for pizza and they got like pumped. They was like, yeah, a pizza. I was like, do y'all want pizza? And like, yeah. I was like, all right, shit. I ordered the pizza and they ate the pizza. Like, usually my daughter, she's like, she does this thing, man, where she's like, I want pepperoni pizza. I'm like, do you really want pepperoni pizza, or are you just saying you want pepperoni pizza? Because every time you order pepperoni pizza, you get mad that there's pepperonis on a pizza. I can't explain it to you. I don't know if it's just like a power move or something like that, that she's getting us to do whatever she wants us to do. And then she's like, nope, I don't want it anymore. It's like, oh man. It's so frustrating just even thinking about it right now. So it's like always a gamble. Like, why do we keep doing it? You're right. But I ordered a pepperoni pizza. Well, what I did was, because my nephew wanted cheese and she wanted pepperoni. So I took a pizza and I, half pepperoni, half cheese. And they ate it. To my surprise. Like, they really did want pizza, which is, excuse me, I'm sorry. Which is awesome for me, because it's actually like one of my favorite foods, if not my favorite food. You know what I mean? For real. Like, I don't know, picky when it comes to pizza. Like, I'm willing to try whatever on pizza. And honestly, I guess maybe this isn't an argument anymore. I think it probably still is. People don't like pineapple on pizza, and they're just like, see, like, their argument is that it's a fruit, and fruit does not belong on pizza. But what the fuck is a tomato then? Right? Oh, it's like the main ingredient to the fucking pizza. One of the main ingredients, right? It's the fruit. Right? So fruit belongs on pizza. Sorry, I've been waiting to say that for so long. And I love pineapple on my pizza. When I say I love pineapple on my pizza, like, there is not a limit to how much like you can put on a pizza when it comes to pineapple. Like, I remember I ordered extra cheese and extra pineapples with barbecue sauce instead of tomato sauce. And to me, oh my God, that was such a great pizza. I took a picture of it and it looked beautiful. And I posted it on Facebook because I know it was going to ruffle some people's feathers. And it did. And I'm glad it did. Yeah. But yeah, and honestly, this might gross you out too, but I haven't ordered it in a long time. I got the idea from Deadpool, the movie, the first movie, when Ryan Reynolds or Wade showed up and he like ordered that pizza, and he said it was like pineapple and olives, like green olives. I was like, that sounds amazing, because you got the sweet and the saltiness and you got the pizza sauce. And I tried that, and for a minute I was ordering pineapples and green olives on my pizza, and it was amazing. It really was. But, I don't say unfortunately, because it's not like a problem to me really. But my daughter, she's not too experimental when it comes to pizza. But she's not too picky though. Other than a few things, she's not really that picky. You know what I mean? She'll try a couple things. She's been trying hot sauce, spicy foods. And, that actually shook me. Because, I mean, when kids have friends and their friends, like something, and so they want to like it too, you know what I mean? Which her friend likes hot sauce or wants to like hot sauce, and so she feels the same way. And so she was trying the hot sauce. I picked out like 3 different hot sauces for her to try, which, you know, a lot of the hot sauce bottles I have like the level of heat that they are on the bottle. And so I picked like the lowest level of heat for her to try, and I like will, you know, dab it onto a plate, and she had me pour her up a drink. She's like, I want it just in case, okay, Dad? I'm like, all right, okay, yeah, it's right there, you know. And so she took her finger, she like, you know, dabbed it on the plate, licked it. She's like, that's not too bad. I can do that. And went on to the next one. You know, she didn't like the green one. It was like I can't remember what kind of, it was like an Indian green hot sauce or whatever. She didn't like the flavor of that one, but she said it was tolerable as far as like the heat. And the sriracha, it was a little hot for her. Not that she didn't like it, but it was a little hotter than the first hot sauce that she tried. And that's when she took a sip. But she was trying the other hot sauce again to see what she thought about it as well. So, I mean, honestly, like for a while, like it blew my mind, you know, and it still blows my mind that she likes that hot sauce. And she really didn't used to like hot stuff. If she saw any like ounce of pepper on the hot sauce, or not on the hot sauce, but on her food, she would not eat it. But then I forget where she tried pepper at, which was leading up to her wanting to try hot sauce, as well as her friend wanting to try hot sauce. But she told me that she tried pepper, and, you know, she's like, you know, I like spicy food now. I'm like, okay, cool, you know, because I like to cook with some spice. You know what I mean? I like to spice it up a little bit.
Grits?
Yeah, I know. Nah, but for real, yeah, it's cool, you know. It's just, I don't know. And the funny thing is, I had this episode planned with some more questions and shit. I had like 6 questions that I had planned that I was going to talk about when it came to, like, you know, the Father's Day and, you know, just in terms of being a father and whatnot. But I did not answer any of them. I didn't read any of them. I guess, all natural, man, you know, just organic, you know, because I had the AI just generate some questions. And that's what I usually do whenever I have some questions for myself, you know, kind of interviewing myself. But I mean, you know, I guess once I started talking, it just started flowing, and hey, here we are, man. And I think honestly, I preferred it this way rather than me answering those questions and stuff like that. So I don't know, just having a good time, just hanging out with y'all, just talking. You know, hopefully y'all tune into this one. Like again, I'm hoping to make things a little bit more personable, for y'all to enjoy, and hopefully y'all are enjoying this. If you haven't checked out my last episode, I went live on Facebook and just talked to my buddy Alex, just caught up, and it was a really good time. And again, if you didn't see my post on Facebook, I want to start doing a live every 2 Saturdays. So I did one last Saturday, and so I'm going to do another one next Saturday. All right. So be on the lookout for that. And if anybody wants to join in on the chat, we can chat it up and stuff like that. Or I might just have Facebook going and, you know, just talk to everybody, you know. And if anybody wants to join in on the chat, you know, I can feed y'all through the audio interface, and it'll record into the podcast. And we can, you know, if you're okay with being on the podcast, I'd like to have you on. You know, I had a really good time catching up with Alex, and I really do plan on sorry, I went blank. I really do plan on hanging out with him soon. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'd like to have more people on here, man. Like I really am trying to grow this podcast, and I truth be told, I do have a hard time, like, you know, like I want a bigger audience, you know, like I got 20 people following so far, but I'm like, man, I've been doing it since November, but, you know, I guess I feel like I'm just getting ahead of myself, and I really don't want to sacrifice, you know, quantity for quality. You know, I do want to give like quality content. I want you all to feel like I really am doing this for you all. Like I really am. So if you're listening to this a month from now or, what have you, I appreciate you listening to it. And I really do hope you enjoy this podcast. You can always shoot me a message, answering some questions or asking some questions, and I'll answer, I'll respond. I just like interacting with the audience, man. I just like interacting with the people, because it's nice. It's always nice to hear that somebody has listened to my podcast. Again, my friend Erica has let me know that she found one of my podcasts where I was talking about the snake and my shot snakes in Serenity Now episode. Just talking about that whole situation. Said she was cracking up, and it just made me feel good that she was just just letting me know that, for one, she was listening to the podcast, and for two, that she found it hilarious. So that really made me feel good. And just when people just say that they listen to my podcast in general, man, it's always nice to know that there's people out there listening. It really does put a smile on your face, my face, really. But but yeah, so I just want to take the time out to appreciate, just say that I appreciate everybody. And yeah, I know this isn't the most perfect podcast, and so what? I feel like we always try to make things as perfect as possible, but I think with something not being perfect, that's where the beauty is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like usually the curtains behind me, I would have had them closed, and the door, I would have had it closed, and the light fell and all this other stuff. It's really unscripted. I'm just, going off the fly. And I think that's cool. I like that. I like the fact that it's just all organic. It's just how I feel at the moment. And, just being comfortable with me being me, being able to talk and share my thoughts with you all. So with that being the case, that just means a lot whenever y'all tune in. That's all I'm saying, So if y'all are fathers, happy Father's Day. I hope you've had a great one. You know what I mean? And just keep showing up for your kids, man. You're doing a good job. And I know, like I said, it can have its ups and downs. Your kids can be some Sour Patch Kids, sweet and sour, sweet one day, sour the next, and all that stuff, man. But just hang in there, man. I don't say hang in there like it's it's a bad thing, but you got it. You got it. You're doing a good job. You know what I mean? Your kid appreciates it. They love you, and I know you love them. So shout out to you all for being fathers on Father's Day. So I'm going to hit the button for y'all.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
See, I told y'all this podcast isn't perfect, okay? Again, my bad. I ruined the moment, dog. That ruined the moment. Shit. All right, now I want to hit the button for y'all. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there doing your fucking good job out there, man. Doing your best job out there. I ruined that shit again. What the fuck? Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there doing the best you can do, man. Because it really does show, and they really do appreciate it. All right? Kids need their parents. And y'all are doing a bang-up job. All right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, all right? Peace.